Hey everybody, how's it going today? How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Let me know where everybody's watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. If you don't know who I am, my name is Steven. I am a online business coach. I'm actually a former 9 to 5 retail worker as well. I worked retail for 12 years before losing my job in 2022. And I have since then discovered an online business opportunity with the Legacy Builders program in March of 2024, a year and a half later. And now I teach people also online skills how to make passive income from their cell phone. Okay, so you could literally turn your cell phone into ATM machine. Just a second, you guys. All right, guys, I am back. Sorry about that, but yes. So yeah, let me know where you guys watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, USA. Now you see today's title of the live stream. So let's go to it. How to escape the 9 to 5 without risking your livelihood. How to escape your 9 to 5 without risking your livelihood. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, before I begin, I go live 3 days a week. That's what I'm going to be starting to do. I'm going to go live 3 days a week, okay? I'm going to go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? All right? So that's the schedule I have planned, okay? So anyway, let's continue. Now, let me say this real quickly. If you're just here to sit and scroll, this live is not for you, okay? This is not the shade room. This is not the gossip live, okay? This is not the entertainment live. This is a classroom live stream. This is an education live stream. This is a business opportunity live stream, okay? So, if you're here for the other stuff, then this is not for you, okay? You can scroll up or scroll down. My goal here is to give people value and to serve people, okay? I'm here to help build future CEOs and future business owners. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the people who are serious about changing their lives, the ones tired of clocking in every day, tired of trading time for money, and ready to learn the skills to build build something real. And eventually be able to leave your 9 to 5 for good, okay? I'm also here for the ones who are tired of strangers getting into their cars, driving them for miles up and down of these highways, doing Uber, doing Lyft, doing DoorDash orders and Instacart orders. People who are tired of running up and down stairs taking grocery deliveries to strangers. And let me tell you guys something. You deserve more. You really, really do. You really deserve more. Thank you for the like. I don't know who gave me that like, but thank you for the like. And for those of you that are just joining, welcome in, welcome in. Let me know where you're watching from. Let's see, okay, who is this person? 2 felonies, 3 firearms, okay. Sir, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, okay. Well, if you're in West China, all right. Okay. All right. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Now, listen, if you're here to just be on my live stream and you're here to troll and disrupt it and disrespect me and disrespect others, it's not going to be tolerated here. I will escort you out, all right? I'll make myself very clear on that. I want real people here, okay? Again, this is a classroom. This is not something where you come on here and waste your time, all right? And I'm here to teach people who are ready to work smarter, not harder, okay? So if that's you, engage, stay locked in. Everybody else, You can scroll up or scroll down or swipe out. All right. Now, real quick, before I go deeper, if you want the free blueprint that breaks down the step by step, just tap the link in the chat right in my chat box right here. You'll see the blue highlighted link. It'll say legacywithsteven.com. Okay. And you'll get the free blueprint in your first email from me. All right. All right, you guys. So let's be real here. Every single month we work hard, right? You know, we work hard. We get that paycheck every 2 weeks. You know, and guess what? Before we know it, the weekend's over. And guess what? The money is gone. It doesn't come back. You pay your rent. You grab that Starbucks in the morning. Maybe order something off Amazon, right? Or binge watch Netflix. And you tell yourself, I deserve this. And you do. You absolutely do. But here's what most people don't realize. All those things, all that money, it's gone forever and it never comes back. You are basically working your butt off to fund other people's empires and businesses. For example, Walmart, Target, Starbucks, Temu, they're all getting rich while you're just barely getting by, right? Make it make sense. Okay. Just a second, guys. Let me do something here. All right. So if what I'm saying right now is really hitting you, grab my free blueprint and my link, and I'll show you how to start breaking away from this paycheck to paycheck cycle. All right. Now imagine this for a second. What if you took that same $100 or $200 and you spend every month on things that disappear and put it towards something that could build your future, something that could actually give you back your time and ownership, and not just on the weekends? Because here's the truth, you guys, wealth does not come from working harder. It comes from learning how to make your money work for you, right? And guess what, you guys? I used to be that person. I used to be just like a lot of you. I was you, you know. I worked retail for 12 years, clocking in, clocking out, exhausted all the time. And as a matter of fact, I used to work for Walmart, which is, one of the richest retailers here on earth right now. So anyway, I gave those people 12 years of my life. I gave that company 12 years of my life. And again, I clocked in every day. I was exhausted. But guess what? I thought the only way was to make more money was to work more hours. And guess what, you guys? Even though I hated the job, it was predictable. The paycheck was predictable, and it was comfortable, right? But see, I got so comfortable, as a matter of fact, and see, I was one of those people. I thought, oh, it'll never happen to me. I'll never lose my job here. But the funny thing is, I've seen other people get fired there, but I thought it would never happen to me. But guess what? I got, in May of 2022, I got a rude wake-up call, and guess what? They fired me. I lost my job. I did not have a backup plan or anything. I was not prepared, And guess what, you guys? And it was not a good feeling. It stung. It really did. It really, really stung. And believe me, if you ever lost a job, then you would know. But if you've never lost a job, if you've never lost your job before, then you wouldn't know that feeling. But if you ever do, you will find out. But anyway, losing my job forced me to wake up and design a life where no company could control my income again. And see, after that, after losing my job, I actually got into gig work. And the reason why I chose Uber and DoorDash temporarily, because, I was like, I like the flexibility. I like the fact that you can, set your own time and your own schedule, right? But the problem is with doing Uber and DoorDash, you're a contractor. You still don't own this system. Somebody else owns this system, just like a 9-to-5 that you're working at. Somebody else owns that system. Because if you're not logged in onto those apps, guess what? And you're not doing deliveries or giving people rides, guess what? You're not making money. If your car breaks down, guess what? You're not making money. And that's the other bad thing that they don't tell you about gig work. You have to you putting a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle, on your personal vehicle. Lots of wear and tear. And if your car breaks down, you can't go out and do no deliveries. So that means you're not making money. Right? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Let's see. Andre, Andrea Morano. Oh, okay. How you doing today? I'm sorry, I forgot to say hello to you. How you doing today? Hope you're doing all right today, sir. Hope you're doing okay. So that's what they don't tell you about gig work. You're putting a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. You have to accept orders. If you don't accept orders, you don't make money. You have to put you have to have strangers get in your car and taking them up and driving them for miles up and down these streets and highways, right? You have to accept food orders and deliveries. And then you have to take it up flights of stairs to strangers' houses. So, you know, after doing this for 4 months, I realized I didn't want to do that no more. I realized it was not for me. So I started doing my online research for like a year and a half. And then in March of 2024, I was scrolling on TikTok, like many of you guys do, and scrolling here on YouTube. And I came across this older country gentleman, you know, and what he said to me, he stopped me dead in my tracks. He says, if you just lost your job recently, if you're tired of doing that 9 to 5 deal, if that 9 to 5 is working you silly, and you're sick and tired of being on the struggle bus, he said, hey, you could be just like me, and you can work 2 hours a day from home, from your cell phone that you're holding in your hand. And he says, guess what? It's beginner friendly. There's no tech skills is needed. And you make 100% profit that goes straight to you. I stopped dead in my tracks. I stopped dead in my tracks. I'm like, really? I'm like, this can't be real. Just like you guys thinking like, well, this can't be real. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. So, but it was his message though, how he said it. It stopped me dead in my tracks. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. Whoever gave me a like, I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, it stopped me dead in my tracks. So guess what, you guys? I leaned in and I listened. And I was one of those quiet viewers too. I was one of those quiet viewers. Just like many of you. You just sit back and observe. So I watched him for the next few days, for the next 4 days. I watched his videos. I went to his link in his profile, and I clicked on his link. I put in my email. I kept checking that out. And guess what, you guys? On the 5th day, I kid you not, on the 5th day, as a matter of fact, it was on March 17th of 2024, and it was around 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m. that evening on a Friday evening. And guess what I did? I took that leap of faith. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm going for it. I don't need no more convincing. I'm going for this. And guess what, you guys? I invested in myself in an online business. Online business, digital business in a box. So from there, I started to learn the skills. I was able to set up my business within 2 days. Some people come on board here, and they are able to set up their business within an hour. But for me, it took 2 days. So, from there, I started to learn the skills and I started to lock in. Now, I will say this though, if you're going to start, then go ahead and do it. Don't listen to everyone. Now, and honestly, if you're an introvert, I won't even tell everybody about what you're doing, because You tell people about what you're doing, you're gonna face doubt from those who are closest to you. And guess what? That's normal. Because what matters is if you're willing to take the leap despite of it, that leap is where growth happens, where ownership and transformation begins and freedom begins. And that's why I'm here today, you guys, to wake up that part of you to the fact that there's more to life than just your next paycheck. Now, listen, if you want to see the exact program that I found back in March of 2024 that's helping me to learn the skills after getting fired from my retail job and after I stopped doing gig work, click the link in my chat right here and you'll get a copy of the free blueprint in your first email from me. Okay. Now, let me tell you what you're going to get. When you click that link, you're not buying anything. Okay. What you're doing, you're just getting more information. Okay. You're gonna see two videos of my mentor, and she's gonna break down this business for you. She's gonna answer 96% of your questions. Okay, you're gonna get an email from me, and in my email you're gonna get that free blueprint. You're also gonna get my phone number. Okay, you're gonna get access to me. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. But my phone number is optional there. Okay. All right. And then after the second video, it's going to take you straight to my website. You're going to see my website. You're going to see the digital products that I have to offer. Okay. And there are 4 different levels. So, you can choose whichever one you want to choose from. And there is no pressure. Okay. And you can decide which one is right for you, or if it's right for you in general or not. All right. But it's legacywithsteven.com, all right? So let's continue, guys. Let's talk about it. But the crazy part is most people spend more money in one weekend than it would take to start their own online business, right? Because guess what? Pleasure spending is safe. Spending money on pleasure is safe. Getting crab legs, getting Hennessy, puffing on trees, buying weave and fake nails from the beauty supply store, and even going to strip clubs to see male and female exotic dancers, right? Make it make sense. And hey, I'm talking to adults here. I'm not talking to the kids. I'm talking to adults, okay? And guess what? You consume all this stuff, and you consume it one time and it's over. You'll even go spend $100 to $300 on tickets to go see Beyonce, Rihanna, Drake, Usher in concert. Screaming at the top of your lungs for somebody that you'll never even meet in person. That the vast majority of you will never even meet in person. Now, look, I'm not saying all this to shame anybody. I'm telling you this so to hold up a mirror to you, because this is what most people do. I used to do this stuff. I used to spend money foolishly when I was working at my 9 to 5. And the crazy thing is, when it comes to time to invest in yourself in a business and learning the skills with that business and being able to turn your cell phone into ATM, while you're living your life, all of a sudden, oh, I'll think about it. Well, I don't have the money. And see, for a lot of people, it's not about the money. Now, some people, they don't have the money. Some don't, but majority, it's not about the money. But for most, it's a priority issue. It's a priority thing. And see, the thing is, you're not broke. You're just funding everybody else's dreams and businesses. And see, the thing is, most people don't fail because they lack money. They fail because they don't trust themselves yet. Right? And see, a job feels safe, even though it's slowly corroding away at their life. And that's what it is. That's what the jobs do. They make you feel safe. But the thing is, year after year after year, it's slowly corroding away at you. It's corroding away at your health and everything. And so many years is going to pass by, it's going to come to the point where you're not going to be able to do that job no more. It's going to be too much on your body. Our bodies were not designed to do heavy physical labor. You know, we were designed to, do something for ourselves and learn a skill and be able to live our best life. That's what we're designed to do. We were never designed to trade time for money, but that's what the majority of people do. And guess what, you guys? I used to do it. I did it for 12 years, working for Walmart. Now, again, I'm a former Walmart employee. I did 12 years there before I got fired in 2022. It's no joke, you guys. It's no joke. So you really have to ask yourself, what would happen if I invest that same money that I spend on bullcrap every single month and put it towards something that I can build for me and my family? Because let's be real, you guys, Netflix isn't going to give you passive income. Starbucks is not going to pay your rent or your mortgage. Amazon isn't going to retire you when you're old. But the skills that you built for yourself, that right there is going to feed you for the rest of your life. Now, let me ask you guys this. And guess what? You all have a cell phone, right? If you were to lose your cell phone right now, or if somehow, goodness forbid, it got damaged or broken, you would go into panic mode, right? You'd be racing down to the store, pulling out your card, grabbing a brand new iPhone 17, iPhone 17, without even thinking twice about it. You would even put that joker on a payment plan and sign a new contract for that cell phone without no hesitation. Because you know why? Because you need that phone. You rely on it every single day. But here's the part that blows my mind. The business I'm talking about right now, the same one that's helping me to change my life, because I'm not exactly where I want to be right now, but I'm learning the skills to get there. But guess what, you guys? This business costs less than that cell phone that you would gladly go out and finance. And the difference, that new iPhone 17, it's going to cost you money every single month. But this business I'm talking about right now, it can make you money from that same cell phone that you're already using. Okay? Now, I want to make something very clear here. I'll make myself very clear. I'm not here to try to sell anybody anything. I am not here to convince anybody. Because guess what? You're going to believe what you're going to believe in. And whether you believe in me or not, that's up to you. My goal here is to serve people and give people value. And what I'm doing here is offering you a transformation opportunity, okay? That's what I'm here for. I sell transformation opportunities. I don't sell courses or that kind of stuff. I'm here to offer you transformation. And I get it. I get it when people scroll away the moment I say the word investment. But for years, I was the exact same way. I was just like most of you. I was taught to be a consumer, not an investor. Most 9-to-5 workers, we're trained to spend money, not to multiply it. We're taught how to make just enough money to pay bills, pay taxes, survive, and buy groceries, and do it all over again the next week. But no one ever teaches us how to make our money work for us. We've been told that the safest thing to do is to get a job, stay loyal, depend on that paycheck. But guess what? We've all seen what's been happening in the news. Layoffs everywhere. Amazon laid off thousands of employees. UPS also laid off thousands of employees. Even government jobs have been lost. So the real danger is not investing, you guys. The real danger is staying a consumer for the rest of your life, watching everybody else around you take that risk while you're trading your time for a false sense of security. And see, let me be real with you. If you're working a 9-to-5 job right now, you have no security. you have zero security, because that job can get rid of you at any time when they feel like it, when they decide. Oh yeah, when I worked for Walmart for 12 years, I thought my job was secure, but boy was I wrong. And see, if you've never been fired before, you don't know. But I'm talking to those who have been fired. Then you would know. You would know. But that your job ain't secure. They can let you go. They can let you go at any time when that employer, when they feel like it, when they decide. No, a 9 to 5 job, you have no control. You have zero control. And look, I'm not here to attack anybody's job, but I'm just being real with you. Because I used to be you. I was a 9 to 5 worker. I used to get up early in the mornings. I used to get up on the weekends, clock in to a job, right? Being told what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. I've been there. I did it for over a decade, right? But guess what? When the job lays you off, when they decide, when they feel like it, guess what? You have no control. And when I got fired, it wasn't a good feeling. It really stung. It really did. And you never forget that feeling either. Because guess what? It messes with your identity and everything. Because most people's identities is tied around their job, right? Make it make sense. And see, this is why I share what I share, not to sell you something, but to help you, wake up to the fact that you have the power to shift from being a consumer to becoming a creator of your own income. Just a second, you guys. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Had to take care of something real quick. But you know what I love about this business that I do? Guess what? And if you decide to invest in this, you're going to notice this immediately. But you're going to notice immediately that you have flexibility. It's very, very flexible. Now, you may not make money right away with this because of course it's beginner friendly, but it's not a get rich quick scheme either. But the thing you're going to notice immediately is you're going to notice the flexibility that you have. You're going to notice the flexibility. You know, you don't need a boss's permission to go to the bathroom. You don't need a boss's permission to take time off of work. You don't need permission to go to the doctor. You don't need permission to spend time with your family and to live your life. You know, you work this business around your life, not your life around your business. And that's what I love about this. You know, and I'm doing this and I'm taking care of my mother who's very ill, and I also care for my brother who has autism. So, you know, again, this business is very, very flexible. Just a second, guys. But again, you guys, you know, you notice the flexibility immediately, though. And you know, the sad thing is, majority of people out here in society, they'll never invest in themselves because they think that this or any type of business is a scam. Because society has taught us to believe that having our own business for ourselves is a scam. And the reason why, because society wants us to keep us working for them, making them rich, making them money. And here's the truth, you guys. Every time you go to clock in for that boss, you're making them more money. I mean, yes, they're paying you, but they're the ones that's making the money. They're the ones that's making all the money. But here's the truth, you guys. You know, your boss, the CEO of your company, they're making all the money. They're making all the money. Then yeah, they may be paying you, but they're paying you the scrappings, the chicken scratch. I'm not saying that to attack your job or nothing, but I'm just saying, I'm being real with you. They're paying you the absolute bare minimum required by law. But guess what? They're the ones that's stacking up all the money. You know, they get to go on vacations with their families. They get to go to Las Vegas and Dubai, right? They get to go to Paris. They get to go to Tokyo. They get to travel. But while you're sitting there slaving away at their store or at their warehouse location, standing on your feet for hours, hurting your feet, hurting your back, right? Over time, you know, that really breaks down your body. And let me tell you guys something. In 2026, you don't have to keep doing physical labor. You don't have to keep doing physical labor. That's optional. Okay? And the point I'm trying to make here is a 9 to 5 job will never make you rich, ever. It's designed to pay you just enough so you have to go back and slave away and trade more of your precious, valuable time before getting paid again. And here's the truth, you guys. Your boss will never pay you enough to be their neighbor. I repeat, your boss will never pay you enough to be their neighbor, and that's the truth. And see, this is why I talk about what I talk about. You know, an opportunity where you can invest one time into yourself. And guess what, you guys? You don't have to put anything down today. And if you're willing to learn the skills, you can start earning reoccurring income straight from your cell phone. I mean, hey, you sit here and scroll on your cell phone. You guys, this live stream is not for everybody. I'm not here to talk to everybody. I'm here to talk to the people that relate to me. Somebody who lost their job recently, and you know deep down you don't want to go back and work for somebody else. The 9 to 5 workers who are burned out and who want something better. The people who are saying, you know what, I can't keep doing this. I'm tired of this. Those are the people that I'm talking to. So if you like your job, you like what you do, hey, if you keep doing what you do, if it makes you happy, I'm not gonna hold you. But unfortunately, I'm not talking to you. You can keep scrolling. I can't. I cannot help you here. This is for people who are tired of what they're doing. People who wants to become their own boss, who's ready to level up and do what's necessary to have their own business and be successful. Those are the people that I'm talking to. So again, I'm here for the people who are ready. I'm not here to talk to everybody because everybody's not going to do this. And this is why most 9 to 5 workers are living from paycheck to paycheck and are broke, busted, and disgusted. Now, the business opportunity I'm talking about is the Legacy Builders Program. That's what I discovered back in March of 2024. Okay. Now, before I go any further than this, because you're gonna in this business, you're gonna find real high value digital products designed to help you build an online income for yourself. Now, before I go further into this, I need to make myself very clear. I cannot guarantee you any income. Results will vary from person to person because I don't know your willingness to invest in yourself. I don't know your willingness to be teachable. I do not know your willingness to show up for yourself daily. I do not know your willingness to implement the strategies that we teach. The results that you get out of this business depends entirely on you. Okay? Because when you step into this space, you are not an employee no more. You are a business owner. And guess what, you guys? As business owners takes responsibility for their growth. And see, that's the difference between staying stuck where you are and building ownership for yourself. And in order to have any kind of wealth in your life or any kind of success in your life, you have to take ownership and not depend upon a system that somebody else owns, like a company that you work for. Because let me tell you the truth. You working for a company, guess what? You don't own anything. Somebody else owns that. Somebody else owns that business. Somebody else owns that system. Somebody else is leveraging you and telling you what to do and how to do it and when to do it. Somebody else is telling you when you can take your breaks, when you can go to the restroom, when you can live your life. When you're a business owner, you don't have to ask a permission to live your life. You don't have to ask permission to spend time with your kids. You don't have to ask permission to go to the doctor. You don't have to ask permission to live your life. So that's what I'm talking about today. Now, before I talk about my digital products, I want to educate you on digital marketing and digital products because it's very important that you know about this before you start promoting any kind of digital product, okay? So let me ask you guys, I'm going to ask you a few series of questions and, I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. If you want to comment, you can. You don't have to. That's up to you. Okay? Now, let me ask you guys this question, okay? What is digital marketing? What is digital marketing? All right, you guys. So digital marketing is promoting your business online to reach people, build trust, sell your products or services, instead of putting them in newspapers or on TV. You use the internet, websites, social media, email, and search engines. The goal with this is to get noticed, build trust, build interest, and get customers, okay? You're also going to use social media to market your business. And guess what? You can use any platform that you want to use. And now these are the main 4 social media platforms that I recommend. I would recommend Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. You can use any one of those platforms, okay, to promote this business, okay. And what you're going to do on those platforms, you're going to post content. You're going to post 3 pieces of content. You're going to do a 7-second video. You're going to do a 30-second video, and you're going to do a 1-minute video. 3 pieces of content a day, okay. And I highly recommend that you make a schedule. Now, you're not going to do this all day. No, you're going to fit this into the pockets of your day. And if you have a 9-to-5 job right now, guess what? You can do this business around your 9-to-5. Again, you're going to fit into the nooks and crannies of your day. You could post a 7-second video in the morning. You could post a 30-second video in the afternoon at lunchtime when you're taking your lunch break at work. And then you can post a 1-minute video in the evening while you're at home, while you're relaxing, or before you go to bed. Again, you guys, this is a lifestyle business. So you're gonna post 3 pieces of content around your life, okay? And if you want to, you don't have to do this. You could also go live. You can go live for 45 minutes to an hour, okay? 45 minutes to an hour. All right. Now that's all. No, going live is completely optional. You don't have to do that. Now, the reason why I'm going live because I choose to. It's not. Again, it's not something you have to do. All right. So you're gonna post. You're gonna do those things, and you can also post. You could copy paste posts free ads on high traffic websites to also attract your customers. And we have a training inside our program that's going to teach you how to do that step by step. Again, you guys, what I'm talking about is a beginner-friendly business. You don't have to know anything about it. You do not have to be tech savvy, okay? Heck, I didn't know anything about it when I got started. I didn't know anything about digital marketing when I got started. I was a total newbie. And again, it's beginner-friendly. And see, you guys, there are 5.1 billion people on social media right now that uses it every single day. But only 1% of these people are in digital marketing. So guess what? The whole entire world is your customer base. So it's not just based here in the United States. This is a global business, okay? All right, you guys, so let me ask you this question. What are digital products? What are digital products? I'm going to give you guys a moment to think about that, and then I'm going to give you the answer, okay? And if you're watching this on a replay, because this live stream is going to be saved to replay after it's over. So if you want to answer the question, that's fine. Put it down in the comment section after the replay, okay? All right, you guys, digital products are items, tools, or services that are created, delivered, and used online without needing anything physical to be shipped. They exist in a digital format and can be accessed instantly through the internet, a device, or an online account, all right? All right, you guys, so let me ask you this question. What counts as a digital product? What counts as a digital product? I'm going to give you a moment to think about it, and then we're going to go over the answers. What counts as a digital product? Now, again, the reason I'm talking about this because I want to educate you on digital marketing, digital products, and what they're used for. I want you to have a clear understanding about digital marketing, what it is, before you start promoting digital products, okay? Again, this is a classroom, all right? My goal here is to serve people, give people value, and offer you transformation. That's my goal here. And again, I'm talking to the burned out 9 to 5 workers. I'm talking to people who have lost their job recently, like I did in 2022. I'm talking to the people who have boss-like mentalities, but they don't know where to start. These are the groups. These are the people that I'm talking to. Everybody else, you can scroll up or scroll down. I cannot help you here. All right. The people that I mentioned, those are my people. Okay. Now, what counts as a digital product? Digital products come in many different forms, but they all have one thing in common. They can be used, they can be viewed, or consumed through technology. Examples include online services powered by the internet or Wi Fi. Guess what? Wi Fi isn't something that you can touch, it's a digital service that gives you online access. It's a digital product that people pay for every single month. So, for example, the most of us, we have Wi-Fi in our household. You're probably using one of these service providers like Xfinity, Verizon Wireless, or AT&T. Those are ones that I can think of. But you're probably using one of those. But guess what, you guys? Every time you pay for that service, guess what? Those companies are making millions of dollars off of you every single month by you utilizing their digital products, okay? So if they can make millions of dollars by you paying for and utilizing their digital product, which is Wi-Fi, then why on earth can't you have a done for you system that are digital products where you could teach other people and make passive income from your cell phone? Hello? Make it make sense. All right, guys, so let's talk about streaming services. And there's a few different streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, and Apple TV, and Apple Music. These are streaming services. These platforms don't ship DVDs or CDs. They deliver movies, shows, and music digitally through the internet. Guess what, you guys? That's what makes them digital products, okay? And guess what? Like Netflix and Hulu and Spotify, guess what? Those are monthly subscriptions. Apple TV, those are monthly subscriptions. Every time you pay for subscriptions off of Apple products, like apps and stuff, guess what? You're paying these companies billions of dollars every single year to utilize their digital products, right? So my question for you is, if they can make billions of dollars a year off of you paying for their digital products and to use their digital products, then why on earth you don't have a digital product yourself that you can promote and you can teach people and learn the skills to make passive income from your cell phone while you're taking a bath, while you're taking a shower, while you're sitting on the toilet, while you're out living your life? You could turn your cell phone into an ATM machine. Hello? Let's talk about utilities. Yes, and I said utilities like electricity. Electricity itself is a physical energy. However, the service you pay for, the metering, the billing, the tracking, and the delivery of power is controlled and managed digitally. Okay? Your electricity account bill, the monitoring, and the access are all handled through digital systems. That's what makes it a part of the digital product ecosystem. So every time you pay your light bill, your utility company is making thousands or millions of dollars a month by you utilizing their digital product, which is electricity. So if the utility company that you pay your light bill with, if they can make millions of dollars off of you a year by you using their digital products, then why on earth you don't have a digital product yourself in 2026 that's beginner friendly, where you can learn the skills step by step to make passive income from your cell phone? Hello? Make it make sense. Okay, so let's talk about something else. Your cell phone. Your phone is actually a physical device. However, it functions as a digital product platform. Everything you use on that phone, apps, social media, GPS, text messaging, banking, guess what? It all exists digitally on your phone that you're holding in your hand. Your cell phone is a gateway to thousands of digital products. So let me ask you guys this question. What is the digital product that we're using right now? What is the digital product that we're using right now that I am talking to you on, that you're hearing my voice through? I'm gonna give you guys a minute to think about it. I'm gonna give you the answer, and it's probably gonna shock some of you. All right, guys, so I'm going to give you the answer. It's YouTube. Yes, YouTube is a digital product. And guess what? YouTube is owned by Google. It's owned by Google. And this digital product is worth billions of dollars. It's worth billions of dollars. And guess what? People utilize this digital product every single day. From content creators to people who are scrolling and consuming, guess what? You're utilizing this digital product every single day. Yes, you are. And also TikTok. TikTok is worth billions of dollars too. And it's also a digital product, okay? People utilize these digital products every single day. And then guess what? The owners of these digital products, they are making billions of dollars every single day. So if these companies can make billions of dollars off of these digital products, then why on earth you don't have a digital product in 2026 that's beginner friendly, where you can make passive income and learn the skills from your cell phone? Hello? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So the simple version of this, you guys, if it lives online, if it runs through the internet, or if it delivers value digitally, it's a digital product, okay? It's a digital product. And this includes cell phones, streaming services, Wi-Fi, electricity services, ebooks, audiobooks, online courses, online programs, templates, software, apps, membership sites. All of these are digital products, okay? All right, guys, so let me ask you this question. What is master resale rights? What is master resale rights, or MRR? Does anybody know? I'm going to give you guys a moment to think about it, and I'm going to give you the answer. It's important that you know about this if you're going to get into the digital product business, okay? Okay, so master resale rights, or MRR, it means that you can buy an educational digital product or any kind of digital product that has a master resale rights, and you can sell it over and over and over again. And it's unlimited. And guess what? You can make 100% profit without creating the product yourself. It's the easiest way to start an online business, especially if you only have 1 to 2 hours a day. And now what does MRR, what does it allow you to do? It allows you to sell the digital product as your own. You keep 100% profits. You don't have to be the original creator. With master resale rights, you can promote and sell a digital product under your brand or platform, okay? And guess what? When you get a customer with master resale rights, you pass it down to your customer. You pass those rights down to your customer. And then guess what? They can resell it too. They'll have the master resale rights also. Another thing that master resale rights allows you to do, it allows you to start an online business faster because you don't have to create the product yourself. You don't have to worry about the tech overwhelm. You don't have to be tech savvy. And guess what? In a long-term setup, your job is to market and to deliver the asset, okay? All right, guys, so let's talk about the digital products, okay? Just a second. All right, guys, so let's talk about the digital products, okay? If you're new, welcome in, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Steven. I am a online business coach and I am a former 9 to 5 retail worker. And now, I have since then discovered an online business opportunity back in March of 2024. And now I teach others how to do the same thing that I'm doing, okay? So welcome in, you guys, welcome in. All right, you guys, so let's talk about the digital products, okay? And before I continue, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I do live streams 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, and I post 3 pieces of videos, 6 days a week. So that talks about the business that I do. All right, and also make sure you get the free copy of the blueprint. And how you're going to do that is you're going to tap on the link in my chat right here. Now, if you're watching this after when this live stream is saved to the replay, you're going to click on the link in my description or the link in my channel's bio, okay, at the top, legacywithsteven.com. All right, and you'll get a free copy of the blueprint in your first email from me, okay? All right, so let's talk about the 4 digital products, okay? Let's see. Now, the first one I want to talk about here. I'm going to turn the screen because I want you to see this. Just a second. All right. So I want to show you. I really want to show you. Let me see if we can do this. Just a second, guys. Looking for something. All right, can you guys see that? Okay, good. All right, so what I'm talking about here is a Legacy Builders program. These are educational digital products. And these are master resale rights digital products. We just talked about master resale rights, okay? So if you get a customer, you pass the rights down to them. And guess what, you guys? You make 100% profit with these digital products. This is not MLM, this is not upline or downline. And again, you make 100% profit when you get a customer. So let's talk about the digital products here. Let's talk about it. Now, this one right here is a $100 launch pad. $100 launch pad. Now, with this one, This gives you the master resale rights to one digital product. So you get one income stream only, okay? Let me get something real quick. All right, so let me go back here. Now with this $100 launch pad right here, this gives you one income stream, okay? And you have the master resale rights to one digital product, okay? Now with this one, if you learn the skills step by step, now again, this business is not guaranteed. I cannot guarantee you any income because I don't know your willingness to invest in yourself. I don't know your willingness to implement the strategies that we teach. I don't know your willingness to show up for yourself. But if you're willing to learn the skills step by step, you could earn up to $100 a day. No, that's $36,000 a year. Now, is this digital product going to get you out of your 9 to 5? No, it's not. And I strongly don't recommend this digital product, in all honesty, not the $100 launch pad. If you really want to get out of your 9 to 5, I would really recommend the $300 digital, passive daily pay blueprint, okay? Now, as far as this one, with the launch pad, this is a beginner-friendly starting point that helps you to understand digital marketing, online income, and how to start building your foundation, okay? Now, the value of this one, it removes confusion, it gives you clarity, it teaches the basics so you can confidently take your first step into digital products and online businesses, okay? All right. So this is for people who are very skeptical about online businesses, who just want to get their feet wet. So if you just want to test the waters, then go with this one. But again, this is not going to get you out of your 9 to 5. That's not going to get you out of your 9 to 5, okay? It's not. You might be able to take a vacation. You might be able to pay off some bills. You might be able to, save up for an unexpected repair around your house, but it's not going to get you out of your 9 to 5, okay? I strongly recommend that you go to an upper level, like with these other three. All right, so let's talk about this one right here. This one is called the $300 passive daily pay blueprint, okay? This one right here, you can make up to $300 a day if you learn the skills step by step, Well, this one is going to give you two streams of income. That meaning that you can resell this one and this one, the 300 and the 100, okay? Now, if you learn the skills step by step, you could earn up to $300 a day. That's $109,000 a year. How would that change your life, right? Now, with the $300 passive daily pay blueprint, this blueprint teaches you the skills to create content, attract the right audience, and start earning faster using simple digital marketing strategies. Now, the value of this one, it helps 9 to 5 workers build real skills, content, traffic, and visibility so you can start getting daily leads and potential daily commissions, okay? So that's what that one does. And again, it gives you two income streams, okay? You have the master resale rights to these two digital products, okay? Let's move on to this one, the $600 digital mastery. Now with this one, let me turn it around so you can see it a little better. Now with this one, this gives you 3 income streams, okay? Meaning that you can resell this one, and this one. So this is going to give you 3 income streams. This is a $600 digital mastery, okay? This one, you could learn the skills. If you learn the skills step by step, you could earn up to $600 a day, right? $600 a day, that's $219,000 a year with this one. How could that, how would that change your life, right? Make it make sense. Now with a digital mastery, the $600 one, This digital mastery shows you how to build systems, automate your business, and create a long-term strategy for growing online. Now, the value of this one, instead of guessing, you can plug into proven systems that works even when you're not working. This is perfect for someone who only has 1 or 2 hours a day out of their whole day. All right. Now, again, with this one, this gives you 3 income streams. You can resell the 600, the 300, and the 100. Okay. All right. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. I'm not sure who's doing that. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you. All right, you guys. So let's talk about the $900 Legacy Builders Program. Okay. With this one, this gives you the master resale rights to all 4 digital products. And this is a $900 Legacy Builders Program. Okay. So you have the master resale rights to 4 digital products. Okay. And now if you learn the skills step by step, again, I don't know your work ethic. I don't know your willingness to invest in yourself. I don't know your willingness to show up to your business. I don't know your willingness to learn the strategies that we teach. But if you're willing to do all these things, you could earn up to $900 a day, which is $6,300 a week, which is $328,000 a year. You know, how would that change your life, right? Make it make sense. Now again, you'll be able to resell the 900, the 600, the 300, and the 100. Okay. You'll get master resale rights to all 4 digital products. Okay. Now let's talk about this one. With this one right here, this is the highest level with a complete business training, advanced strategies, and full community support. And everything you need to turn your online business into a long-term scalable income. Now, the value of this one, this level gives you the full roadmap for creating real ownership, long-term income, and a legacy that you can build on. Okay. This is for people right here who want full advantage, who wants to take full advantage of what digital marketing has to offer. Okay. All right. Everybody, welcome in. If you're watching, welcome in. Welcome in. If you don't know who I am Steven. I am an online business coach. I'm also a former 9-to-5 retail worker. You know, I worked retail for 12 years before I got fired, you know, from there. Now, I'm actually a former Walmart employee. But, you know, I have since then discovered this opportunity right here back in March of 2024. And I now teach others how to do this so they can leave their 9-to-5, okay? And that's my goal for people, is to leave their job, you know. But again, you know, if you have a 9-to-5 right now, you can do this business around your 9-to-5 job, okay? Because guess what? It's beginner friendly. You do not have to be tech savvy. You don't have to know anything about it. When I first discovered this back in March of 2024, I didn't know a thing about it. I was brand new to it. I didn't know anything about digital marketing. But you know what? I wanted something different. I knew in my heart I didn't want to go back to working for someone else at a 9-to-5. And look, I'm not here to attack anybody's job or anything. I'm not here to do that. If you like what you do, you like clocking in, you like structure, you like being told what to do, hey, I'm happy for you. Keep doing what you do if it makes you happy. But unfortunately, I cannot help you here. You know, this is for people who are tired of that, who wants a way out of their job. I'm talking to people who have lost their job recently. And they know they don't want to go back to a 9-to-5. I'm talking to people who are working jobs right now who are burned out at their 9-to-5, and they're looking for another way. People who wants another stream of income other than a 9-to-5. Those are the people that I'm talking to right now. Those are my people, okay? I'm talking to my people right now. Again, this live stream is not for everybody. You know, if you're here for entertainment, if you're here for the latest shade room, if you're here for music and dancing, then you're in the wrong place. You know, in this live stream, this is a classroom. This is a classroom right here. My goal here is to serve people and give people value and to offer you a transformation opportunity. That's what I'm here for, okay? So And if you're here to look for a job, this is not a place either, because this is a business opportunity, okay? There are plenty of other places online where you can go apply for jobs, okay? All right, but this is a business that I'm talking about, all right? Again, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. All right, so if you missed most of this live stream is going to be saved to replay after it's over, okay? And you can go back and rewatch it, all right? So let's continue, guys. You know, the best part about this, you know, each and every one of these come with payment plans, right? Because I know sometimes it's not about willingness, it's about timing. Now, as far as purchasing your program, you can start with zero down today, and you can use Afterpay or Klarna, or pay later with PayPal. And guess what, you guys? That's exactly what I did. You know, I used Klarna. I personally used Klarna to invest in myself almost 2 years ago in this business. But guess what? When I got my first customer, I was able to pay off my business, right? I was able to pay it off. I was able to pay off my business. That's all it takes is one customer, and you can pay off your business. So, and it took me, what, 5 weeks from the time that I invested in myself, and it was in May of 2024, excuse me. And you know, that's when I did it. So now, as far as now you can start with zero down today with this business, but you will have to pay a $39 website fee up front. You have to do that up front, okay? Now, what the $39 website fee, let me show that to you. Let me see if I can pull that up here. You're going to have to pay a $39 website fee. See, again, you can start with zero down with any one of these digital products, okay? Now, again, I do not recommend the 100. I mean, you can get it if you want to, but it's up to you. There's 4 different levels for everybody, but again, this one is not going to make you pass. It's not going to give you life-changing income. I would recommend these other 3. And I personally started out with this one myself. But when I got my first $300 sale, I was able to pay off my business. All right. All right, so this is a $39 website fee. You will have to pay a $39 website fee, okay? Right here. Now, what this is going to give you is, let me read it to you. You know, it's going to give you access to, because a company's going to give you your website. They're going to send it to you in an email, okay? You're going to get access to your back office, which is your automated system. Access to our free private community, which is called the Digital Growth Community. You're going to get access to e-learning training platform modules in Kajabi. That's the 4th one that you're going to get, okay? And also in Kajabi, you're going to have access to all your programs and also training modules too. Because guess what, you guys? This is not a course. This is an interactive program, which means, you know, interactive program is constantly updated. It's constantly being updated, and it's interactive, okay? It's live. You know, with a course, you buy it one time and then it's dead. But with interactive program, you know, it's constantly being updated, okay? Now, with the Kajabi, you're going to get access to, you know, if you decide to go with a $900 program, which is Legacy Builders program, you're going to get access to be able to become a certified master reseller, okay? You'll be able to take a test, you'll be able to answer questions, and if you pass, you'll be able to get a certificate. You'll be able to get a certificate to become a certified master reseller. Let me see if I can show you my certificate. Now, this right here is my certificate right here. This is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get right here, okay? This is my certificate. All right. Let me see if I can, excuse me. Yeah, this is my certificate of completion right here. So you'll become a certified master reseller of your digital programs, okay? Now, you know, let's say, for example, if you have to go to the hospital and get a surgery done, Would you want a doctor to operate on you who is not certified? No, absolutely not. I definitely wouldn't. That doctor, in order for him to cut on me and do surgery, he would have to be certified. They would have to be certified. So, but this is the same thing. This gives you more clarity about what you sell and what you offer. Okay. All right, guys. So yeah, you're gonna be able to become a licensed master reseller. Now you'll also have to get two more things along with this. Now remember, you guys, this is a one-time investment, no monthly expenses. Okay. You'll also have to get a website name for your website, and also you will need a professional email domain as well. Now, for example, like my website name is legacywithsteven.com, and my professional email is earn@legacywithsteven.com. You're going to need these things. Now, the reason why you need a name for your website, a website name, because remember, you're branding yourself, okay? You're branding yourself, so people need to know who you are. And the reason why you need a professional email, because in this business that we have, because you're gonna get an automated system through system.io. That's what you're gonna get, and in this system, we cannot use Gmail or Yahoo for a professional email, because Gmail and Yahoo usually ends up in spam folders, and then a lot of times your emails don't reach your leads in your funnel system. So you'll need to be able to customize these two domains to fit you in your personal brand, okay? And you want your emails and stuff to reach your leads in your automated system. And you're going to get these two items from GoDaddy, GoDaddy.com, okay? And they're very, very cheap, very, very reasonable, okay? And guess what, you guys? These are only annual fees, once a year fees. It's not every single day. Okay. Again, this business is a one-time investment, no monthly fees. Now, I will say this, a lot of people don't wait until they have the money to invest in themselves. Me, myself, when I invested in myself, I did it because I didn't have the money, because I wanted it to change, because I was more scared of going back to another 9 to 5, working for someone else for another 12 to 25 years. And I didn't want to do that. When I got fired this past time around, it really stung. It really did. And I didn't see it coming. For those of you that are just joining, I worked retail for 12 years for Walmart, and after 12 years, they fired me. I didn't see it coming. Even though I hated my job, it was comfortable, it was predictable, but I couldn't have been more wrong. I said to myself what a lot of people say to themselves: oh, it'll never happen to me. I'll never lose my job. Yeah, I couldn't have been more wrong about that. But so, and I know it really stung. It really did. And I know I didn't want to go back to that. I didn't want to go back to another system. So guess what? I decided to take that pain and I decided to turn it into purpose. And a year and a half later, I came across this opportunity on TikTok where an older country gentleman out of Arkansas, he was talking about, just like I'm talking to you right now, he was talking to me. He was talking to me. And after 5 days, on the fifth day, that's when I did it. I like, you know what? I'm doing this. I was scared. I didn't know. I didn't know anything about this opportunity. When somebody's offering you an out, you have to take advantage of it. See, some of you have been praying about about an opportunity or something to get you out of your situation because you're tired of your job, or you lost your job, or you're getting burned out from your job, or you're tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. And some of you have been praying for a way out of those situations. And guess what? But you know what? A lot of times when people come across this, you know why? Because it's not what they thought. It's not because they thought it would be. Guess what? They dismiss it. They dismiss it. And the opportunity's right here in front of you. You know, when this opportunity crossed my path, it's not exactly what I thought it should be. But guess what? It really spoke to me. He really, really spoke to me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to learn the skills. I'm going to do this. Now, again, is this an overnight get rich quick scheme? No, it's not. This is something that you're going to build over time. Now, a lot of people in our community, they have been very successful with this. Others, it takes a little bit longer. But guess what? Everybody's on the same level as far as learning and implementing and showing up to their business. And again, you guys, what you put into this business is what you get out of it. Because guess what? You invest in this, you're a business owner. You are a business owner. So no excuses, you guys. No excuses. If you got a cell phone right now, you got the business tool in your hand right now. And see, the same phone that most people use to scroll Netflix, shop Amazon, shop on Temu, get Starbucks, shop on TikTok shop, watching people on live streams, sending them all kind of gifts and hearts and all that kind of stuff. This is the same cell phone that you could use and learn the skill step by step and turn your cell phone into an ATM machine while you're chilling in your nightgown, wearing a bonnet on your head, wearing socks on your feet. Hey, watching Netflix, right? Spending time with your significant other, spending time with your kids, going out living your life. You can make passive income from your cell phone, even while you're sleeping. When I made my first sale, I was actually cooking spaghetti in the kitchen that day. I was cooking spaghetti in the kitchen, and it came right through on my phone. As a matter of fact, I actually have my phone charging here in my room, right here in my bedroom. But guess what? And I came back and checked. I made my first sale. I'm like, man, I could not believe it. But you know what? It showed me that this business really works. Because I was skeptical too, you guys. But guess what? I was more scared of going back to a 9 to 5 for another 12 or 25 years. That scared the heck out of me. Because I didn't want to put no more of my valuable time back into somebody else's system. And now I have a system that's working for me 24/7, even when I'm not around it. You could have the same thing. And you know, if you're working a 9 to 5 job right now, you could do this business around your 9 to 5. Because you're only working 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. And you could fit it into the nooks and crannies of your day. And again, this business is beginner friendly, and you'll be taught the skills step by step. Now again, what you get out of this business, it totally depends upon you. You'll have tools and you'll have guidance. You'll have my guidance. You'll have the guidance of 58,000 people in our digital growth community. But guess what? You're the driver of your own business. Okay? And look, you guys, the door is open. My door is always open. If you want the free copy I have a free copy of the blueprint if you're interested in looking at it. And there's no obligation. What you're going to do, now if you're watching this on the replay, you can go to the link in my description. You can also go to the link in my YouTube bio, okay? Now, if you're still watching on this live stream, you can go into the chat right here. I actually have my link highlighted in the chat. It's legacywithsteven.com. You're going to put in your first name and email. That's all you're going to get. You're not buying anything. I want to reiterate that. You're not buying anything, okay? You're just getting more information. You're going to see 2 videos of my mentor. She has taught me a lot that I know. Her name is Miss Michelle O'Neill. She's a grandmother of 5, and she's a mother of 6. And she has made over $10 million doing this business now. But she's gonna answer 96% of your questions for you. But if you have any additional questions, in my email, you're gonna have my phone number. And you can also email me directly. And that's where you're also gonna see the free copy of the blueprint, okay? You're also going to, after the second video, you're gonna be directly on my website. You're gonna see, it's a long website, so make sure you scroll down and you'll be able to see my digital products there too. And and there's 4 different programs, business program levels that I have to offer. You can decide which one is right for you. And take your time for it. There's no pressure, okay? But no excuses, you guys. You have a cell phone in your hand. You could you could turn that cell phone into an ATM machine that you carry around with you. You don't have to work. It's 2026, you guys. You don't have to work hard. You don't have to do so much physical labor. Okay? And again, you can do this around your 9 to 5, and eventually, when you become successful in this business, you can kick your 9 to 5 to the curb. Hello? Make it make sense. You can do that. Because that 9 to 5 is only gonna over time, it's just gonna wear your body out. It's only going to wear your body out. And eventually you're not going to be able to do it no more. And the crazy thing is, and it's so sad, a lot of people do this. They exchange their time for hard physical labor at a job just to make somebody else rich. I mean, yes, you're getting paid, but they're giving you the scrappings. The company is the one that's making all the money. Make it make sense. But hey, I'm not here to attack anybody's job. If you like what you do, you keep doing it if it makes you happy. But unfortunately, I cannot help you here. This live stream is for people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. People who have lost their job recently. People who are burned out from their 9 to 5. People who are bosses deep down on the inside, but they're looking for another way, but they don't know the way. Those are the people that I'm here to help, okay? All right? Well, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for today, and I will be back Friday, okay? But if you're more interested in what I'm talking about, go to my link. It's going to be in the description, okay? It's also going to be in my bio on my YouTube channel's homepage, okay? And let's connect. I would love to help you. I would love to help you start, okay? All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for today. You all have a wonderful day and take care, okay?